it's like, does this man ever have a positive answer for anything? Like, everything's like, yeah. Everything's like, well. It's like, ugh. It's your girl Mimi, and in today's video we are doing a recap of Married at First Sight episodes 7 and 8. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to your girl. Let's get into it. Okay, so we start with Rhonda and Pat. They've made up. They've decided they're gonna use whatever they've learned from the experts in terms of communicating. Rhonda says she's gonna create a, she's gonna create a safe space for Pat to be able to be himself, be open, and basically it's gonna be challenging because she's very direct, but she's gonna try her best. And yeah, they've made up. And do I think it's going to work? I don't think so. I don't think Rhonda's gonna change in 2 seconds. Like, she has so much. She's very too intense. It's all about her. I don't know how that's gonna change within the few days that I have to decision day. So we have Chad, Jalen, Josh, and Belinda and her son, and they basically have like a cookout. And Chad is making, he's making like the boil. You know, he's doing a family cookout, and we love that for them. I feel like out of all the matches, I feel like Belinda and Chad are the ones that actually match. Like, they catching the vibes. There's good vibes. I don't see anything. The only red flag, the only side eye with Chad is the fact that he's married 3 times already. So that's the side I'm having for him. But like, and it was never open as to why. All he said is that, you know, they just weren't the right person and he just wasn't happy, so he left. But I feel like with Belinda it's working, but I'm still questioning like why did the other 3 marriages did not work. So Chad basically tells the boys that he said he loves her, but Belinda has not said it yet. Belinda also tells Jalen about, you know, the whole love thing, and she basically says she's waiting for a special moment. She doesn't want to ruin Chad's special moment. She's gonna say it when the time is right. Then Jalen talks to her mother about the whole post-nup thing, and she just want to get it over with. But then she's like, if she has to be a stay-at-home mother, she's not, like, the post-nup will not be beneficial for her. Like, she's not going to sign that. Makes sense, because she basically sees what her mom had to go through with a divorce, going back to work, and basically taking care of the kids. Like, it's a lot of work. So the mother basically says it's definitely something both her and Josh need to talk about. Like, she don't want her daughter to struggle if things don't work out. So talk to him, that post-nup. And obviously, the post-nup, you can basically write whatever you want in it. So if they do get a post-nup, just there gotta be something for the mother taking care of the kids. Like, yeah, they basically gotta talk about it. Okay, Rhonda, I feel like Rhonda just, like, Pat is literally, all she wants is like a therapist that doesn't give any opinion about him or herself. Just sit down and hear all about her trauma, all about things that she went through. Like, it's all about her, and I'm tired of seeing her on my screen. Like, the way Pat is tired, I'm tired for Pat. So anyway, she basically talks about, you know, the time when you were talking about you want to move in your stuff to my house, you know, I was a little bit off about it, but I'm going to tell you the reason why. You know, like, my previous husband, like, me and my kids were moved in to his house, and he was like, he didn't let them, like, the house was not their house. It didn't feel like their house, because she even bought things for the house, like curtains, all these things, but the man said, no. You ain't gonna add shit to my house. This is my house and my house only. So they felt a little bit captivated. It's like they're living under someone's roof. So she basically says with all that experience that she had, it obviously made her hesitant about moving in with someone. And Pat, you know, as always, and Pat basically says, yeah, I get it. Like, obviously it's a sacred home for you. You've been here for 25 years. You know, I understand, but now it's good for you to kind of express that for me, and it's great. You know, now you want me to move in. Now you don't mind sharing it. Like, it shows that you love me. So, okay, the tea started. So now we have Paya. She visits Jalen and Josh, and she said things are going a little too rosy here. Like, let's unmask what's going on. Let's unmask what we're hiding here, because you guys are giving all this perfect couple. There gotta be something up. So she asks questions, and, you know, they gotta take some steps. If you take 1 step, neutral. You take 2 steps, you agree, let's go. I'm just gonna share the main questions. And number 1 is, are you guys willing to share your password? They both agree that they're gonna share their password. Now this is where you know, Josh mask began to come off. Like, this man is a little scary. There's a lot of red flags. Jalen is too good for Josh. So they talk about the whole following the ex thing. Jalen says she don't follow her ex. Because I'm wondering, like, why would you follow your ex? It's over. I don't want to see you. Josh said he still follows his ex. And then immediately he's like, but I see how that makes her feel, so I'm gonna unfollow her. I feel like just say you follow your ex, done. Then later on y'all can talk about it. But the way straight away is like, I see, if I put myself in Jalen's shoes, like he's just giving like the perfect answer. He literally just gave that answer just to not get any follow-up questions. That's what I was giving. So next they ask, are you comfortable talking about money? They both agree. So then they ask about, are you guys comfortable with money? And they both agree. And Paya said, hold up, let's get into it a little bit. Let's talk about the post up. And Jalen basically says when she was asked about the post up, she didn't really think deeply about it. She just said, I don't want your money. I'm going to be an independent girl. I'm going to sign it. You keep your money. But now that she thought about it and thought about what her mother been through, she's thinking about it now. She's thinking more deeply about the post up thing. And then immediately Josh gave like the perfect answer. The question that would just make him, the answer that would make him look good. He immediately he said, thinking about the posting up now, like it's not needed. We don't need to do the posting up. And I don't see a bad boy in her body. Like she, I don't see any malicious intent from her side. Like she's just the perfect girl. Feels like she's very open, honest, and confident. Like she's more than okay. I'm like, what is going on? You are literally so passionate about this damn posting up. Like that was the first thing you said in the damn honeymoon. Keep to what you said. It means that posting up never really mattered. Like, why did he bring it up? Like, it's just like there's a lot of side eye I'm giving Josh right now. Like, I'm confused. Be a man of your word. You talk about it posting up, and like you didn't even like. There's not even deep conversation about it. Even like after she kind of expressed her feelings about the posting up just now, you guys are supposed to talk about it, but he doesn't want to talk further about it. So straight away, he gave the perfect answer. That's the same thing he did with the ex thing. It's like, I'm gonna unfollow her, and she talked about posting up. We don't need that posting up. It's like, like what's going on here? Like if I was Jalen, I'd be like, what's going on? They basically asked, how would your business partner feel about that? Because we know he was freaking passionate about his own business partner, saying that his business partner has that damn posting up as well. And he basically says he had the conversation with his business partner. I'm like, when? Why? Like, when did you have this conversation? Why is Jalen not aware of this? He basically says he had a conversation with his business partner. He's not worried about it, so why should he? It's a lot of side-eyeing. It's a lot of side-eyeing for me. So Derek is drained. Same as Pat. They're both drained men that just need to leave this experience. Like, it's okay. Anyways, he talks to his friend about, Megan, about everything he's going through. And Derek talks about kids. Derek wants a family. He basically says he's not really sure what she's thinking. His friend advised him, like, boy, be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. You want family, let her know. Like, let's get things straight. Like, just ensure that you'll have a common goal. You're all on the same damn page. And Derek basically concludes that having a big family is what he wants, and he can't compromise on that. So now Derek talks to Megan. So she's showing him around her office and everything. And he brought up the conversations, like, I had a conversation with Scott, my friend. And he basically says, we need to go deeper in having a conversation, about having a family and all these things. So immediately she gets defensive and says, that's for you to inquire. Like, why are you talking to your friend about my business? Why are you talking to them about my own opinions, how I feel? Like, this is wrong. Honestly, Derek, like, you talk to your friend ain't a bad thing. Like, if I was in Derek's shoes, I'll just go straight into it. I wouldn't really mention that I spoke to my friend. I'll just go straight into it and say, we need to talk about the family thing. She basically is pissed off that he would think like she doesn't want kids. Like, she never said that. That's true. She never said that. She just said she's gonna go through pain getting pregnant 3 times. I mean, the girl froze her eggs for a reason. So she basically says she feels very blindsided, very attacked. Derek said, it's enough. Like, you're doing too much. Let me talk. He basically says, like, when I have a conversation with you, you're on attack mode all the time. This conversation is very important to me. That the reason why I didn't bring it up at all, it's because of this. And that is true. Because she is pissed off as well that he wouldn't communicate, all these feelings to him, but he rather went to his friend first. But the reason why is because whenever he brings up anything, you get defensive. Like, that man can't have a conversation with you. So it's on you. Brittany and Will seem to be doing well. Like, he went to work for a few days. They're chatting on the phone. She's missing him, vice versa. And she basically says, they've got intimate now. Like, things are good. When he comes back from work, they are all up on each other. Like, it's looking good now. But it's just for now. It's just looking good for now. So the boys, they have a get together. The boys and girls, they have a get together separately. So the girls are at Jalen's house and the boys are at Derek's. So the boys discuss on their partner, like, you know, how does your wife make you feel? Chad and Josh, they're good with their partners. Derek said he's content. Yeah. And Will said learning. Like, that's the only thing you can say with being with your partner. Anyways. And he basically said at the start it was all struggles. It was struggle love. But it's getting better. And Pat agrees. Pat agrees with Will and said, yeah, I'm learning too. I'm learning too with Rhonda. Like, we're both, like, they're both on different terms. Like, she comes very direct. But they're trying to give each other grace to get to know each other, to learn. That, like, Pat is struggling. Then we have Derek. Derek says it's challenging. It's a roller coaster with us. So now we have the girls. All the girls are happy. They're like, you know, we good with our husbands. And we have Meg there hesitant. Like, all of the girls were like saying there about their being with their partner one by one. It's all good. Megan is hesitant. She's having a sip of drink, feeling like she should be invisible, feeling like, please guys, don't ask me, I don't want to be next. But anyways, her body language says it all. She basically says, both me and Derek, we're good, we have our setbacks, but it's making us stronger. Those girls were not convinced. They're like, okay, so y'all good? She's like, yeah, we good. Everybody knows they ain't good. So Chad comes back from Derek and he's a little bit tipsy. Like, it was a little bit weird to me. Yeah, it was just like, comes in, tells Belinda she's beautiful every single day. Like, I hope there's not love bombing. I really hope it's not. It was doing too much. I think he just wanted Belinda to say he loved her, because it was acting a little tipsy. Like, is this real tipsiness? He said he loves her and Belinda said it back, and it's like, yes, finally she said she loved me. Then we have Derek and Meg, and Meg said, what did you tell the guys in the get together? Like, that was the first thing she asked. Megan says she shared absolutely nothing, and she's in her mind, she's hoping Derek shared nothing either. And Derek said, like, you know, there's nothing to hide. I said what I said yesterday. She basically said, yesterday you pissed me off. Like, there are things we need to keep to ourselves. We don't need to be spreading to third parties. But Megan is only known you for a few weeks. Like, you gotta talk to his close friend about what's going on. Like, this is quite important for him to do. You gotta talk. Derek basically says he did nothing wrong. Like, it wasn't sensitive to him. And she basically says, you know, it's not on you to tell me how I'm supposed to feel in a certain way. Then she walks up to her room and says, Derek, come here. And he goes into the room, and I'm thinking, like, girl, we can hear you guys. But anyways, I guess she just didn't want people in the cameras to see her, but we can hear you guys. She said she's not over last night. Like, she's truly hurt. She never said she didn't want children. He was trying to gaslight her yesterday. I didn't really see any gaslighting. Like, I don't think Derek did nothing wrong. The only wrong thing he did was saying that, oh, my friend said we should talk about family. That's the only wrong thing he did. Everything else he said, it was a conversation that needed to be had. He basically said, well, yesterday I tried to answer. I tried to talk in a way that wouldn't escalate for you to get pissed off. But it didn't work. You always blow things out of proportion. And he basically says, like, every time you always have to make up for things that he didn't start. Like, it's quite bullshit. She tells him, boy, you never take accountability for anything. That's the bullshit. He basically says it's very hard for us to have a civil conversation. What can I do better? What can I do better to just make us have to just allow us to communicate effectively? She was like, well, you need to take accountability. You need to show care. And, you know, stop getting on your high horse all the time. And he was like, I need more than that. I need more than that, Megan. Cut the bull. Honestly, I think Megan needs to calm down. Like, every episode, she's the one always on a damn high horse. You know? So now we are in episode 8. So it's now a month into the marriage. So each couple received a gift from the expert, which is basically like their pictures, the vows of their wedding, just all these little things. So it started with Megan and Derek basically apologizes and asks her, you know, tell me why you're actually upset, you know, express your feelings, like what did I do? And she said the whole Scott comments, telling Scott that she doesn't want kids, and the way he handled it, she didn't like it. and it's making her, doubt him a little bit, making her think like, should I really trust this man? And it's triggering to her when she feels unsafe with someone. It's a trigger. And he asks her, how can I make things better? Like, one thing about Derek is always gonna ask, what should I do better? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, he's always asking those kind of questions. And while she's asking that question, he's kind of touching her hands, and she basically says she should be more vulnerable. It should make her feel more safe. And right now that he's touching her hands, he should do more of that. That just calm her. She wants someone that will calm her because she's a very fiery person. But it's like, how long will this last? He can't be there calming you down all the time. You can't be flaring up all the time. He's only a human being. Like, you're doing too much. Like, you're not, like, I don't know if you're like someone to calm you all the time. That's a lot. Like, it's just like, are you gonna create a space where he too can be calm? Like, you can't be the one calming you all the time. Like, he needs something too. Then we get Will and Brittany. They go on their wrestling day, and that basically depicts their whole kind of marriage, just wrestling every freaking day. She basically expressed how things are going well, like she has no doubts. And we all know Will has to say something opposite to everything. Like Will has to say something, and Will replies, well, things can change. Like, this man, like, I don't even know how to describe him. He's something else. He's like, okay, that's not the response I was looking for. That response is given like, you're not really my person. And that's straight facts. Then he smiles, like, just try to brush things off. We can tell Brittany has way more feelings for Will than Will has for Brittany. Will has nothing for Brittany. Like, I don't know why he's here. I don't know why he's continuing to pursue this. Every day is always bringing that girl down. Every freaking episode. Like, did he have to say things can change? That's so negative. So Meg and Derek, they meet Meg's family, and he's scared to see Cindy. He is scared to see Cindy because obviously Cindy was doing too much in the wedding. Like, she was very intimidating. But so I said Cindy, what am I saying? Kathy. Kathy is the name of her mother, and she's very intimidating. Like, she's too much. So obviously Derek is a little bit fearful of that. But not Cindy again. But Kathy was actually okay all through. Like, she didn't really give any bad vibes. She was happy. It's been a month he hasn't met the father. Like, I found that very strange. But anyway, he finally meets the father, and Kathy basically says, I like your parents. Like, she did say before, like, if things work out, like, she can't wait to hang out with her parents. And then Kathy questions Derek, like, what do you like about Meg? He says all these lovey-dovey things, and Meg replies back about how she feels. Then they talk about having family. Derek says he wants 2 or 3, but, things could change. They're still talking about it. And the family are talking about, then the dad talks about financial responsibilities, like, taking care of kids is a lot of money. Like, it's not the same during our days. Like, you gotta talk about it, the finance aspect of it. And Derek basically says they haven't really talked about that yet, but they won't talk about it. Every end of the year they're gonna set goals end of the year, review at the end of the year, just to see how things are going. And they're like, that's good for them. They got plans. It's just like Meg's attitude is a lot to deal with. Like, I do hope she changes, but because I think like Derek does like her, and I feel like Megan does like Derek as well, but she has a certain way of expressing it. She's just too defensive. Oh my god. Anyway, so Derek talks to the parents privately. Like, the conversation was pretty straightforward. Like, there was no bad vibes there. Derek basically says he wants to start, having kids now. And I'm thinking, like, the pressure on Meg, like, it's a lot of pressure. It's like, yo, just met like a month ago. Okay, so then we had Josh and Jalen. Like, obviously they got their gift boxes, and they decided to rewrite their vows, because obviously the first vow they wrote, like, they didn't even see each other. And this is where another mask of Josh started to unmask. So Josh is struggling to write those damn letters. Like, he's struggling to write those damn vows. He was doing too bloody much. And Jalen was like, you can write like one sentence. Like, I'm gonna be happy about it. In contrast to obviously the one you wrote when you didn't see me. It's not a big deal. Like, it's acting like some kind of competition. Obviously she's writing her own. Like, it's not like some type of competition. Like, it has to be like the best thing ever. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this escalated. It was something very simple, but it escalated into something. It escalated into something else. It just showed a lot of flags, waving red flags from Josh, because like, what was that? He was like, the vow that he wrote previously, it took him 4 days to write 4 paragraphs. Okay. Well, yeah. She basically says she's seen another side to Derek. Like, this is too much. Like, she's out there doing all these damn outdoorsy activities for you, and you can't write a damn vow. So, as with everybody else getting their gift, William Brittany got a gift. And it's their wedding pictures. And like, Brittany is looking through the pictures, and she said Will is not smiling at any damn pictures. And he makes a joke and say, you know, why they gotta pick those ones? Maybe because all the pictures you weren't smiling. And that depicts a lot. That shows exactly what we see now. Like, he don't like you. In the confessional, she said, you know, it's been a month in marriage and we got all these gift things. Like, my expectations is not meeting. Like, things are not meeting. It's not where I thought I would be in 1 month. Like, she thought it's going to be all roses or butterflies. Like, she had a dream, and the dream is not existent. So she reads her vows and asks him, like, am I following these vows? Like, am I doing these things for you? And based on his answer, he's giving, like, not really. So number one, do I make you happy? He's like, some days for sure. You know, Brittany, like, if you don't see the signs, that's a problem. Like, if someone tells me, like, do I make you happy? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. Another one is, do I create a safe space for you? And it's like, yeah, but something we need to continue to grow on. It's like, does this man ever have a positive answer for anything? Like, everything's like, yeah. Everything's like, well. It's like, how, Then he basically says, you know, at this moment, you know, they're still learning. Like, it's like, how, I understand learning, but every day, learning. Like, what do you actually like about this girl? Every day we're learning, you know, we continue to grow, you know, we started off as strangers in the beginning, so, you know, it's going to take time. How long is it going to take? How long? Brittany is shocked. She's like, I thought, like, 1 month in marriage, like, there'll be a lot of emotions, you know, we're looking into these pictures, it'll be emotional, and he's like, you know, all this emotional thing you're talking about, is that a prerequisite for you in the next phase, or are you willing to wait till all that happens? And she basically said, like, she's scared. She's kind of scared because she doesn't know where he stands. Like, I understand Brittany. Like, you can't read that man. It's giving you absolutely nothing. Like, it's all dry here. And he replied and said, you know, I'm happy with you. Like, I like where things are going. And in the confession, he basically says, you know, I have love for her, but I'm not in love with her. Like, it's going to take time. At the end of the day, we met as strangers. Like, he doesn't like not being realistic. Like, he wants realistic. He wants it to come from his heart. Like, it's going to take time, but we're going to get there. So then we have Josh and Jalen. And he talks about the whole vow thing, saying that, you know, he was on detention. Like, he had like 20 minutes to write the vows. I'm just thinking, like, did she set a timer for you to write those damn vows? But anyways, the face basically compares, like, writing a vow to, like, being in a crowd and, you know, asked to write something. Like, he felt under tension and he doesn't like to be the center of attention. And I'm side-eyeing Josh. I'm really side-eyeing Josh because it's not a big deal. And she basically said, okay, you didn't have to write. You could just speak as well. Like, you had the option to talk, you know? And Jalen basically says that, you know, with all that thing that happened, it made her to sit down and think that this could be a deeper issue. Like, she felt very uncomfortable with what happened there. And he basically says, like, you have nothing to worry about. Like, this is all good. I'm sorry for making you feel uncomfortable. We got Megan and Derek. They out celebrating their anniversary. Derek expresses how much he likes her and all these things. And he was like, and Megan was like, well, you know how I feel. She felt very awkward, but in the confession, she's like, you know, I got feelings for this man, but I don't want him to hurt me. So started watching like the wedding videos, and she said she loved him. She said it. She said she loves him. Derek, they gave nothing. He gave nothing back. In the confessional, he's like, I feel something for her, but historically, it always takes me a while to say I love someone. Like, it's not a you thing, it's a me thing. And in the confessional, Meg gaslights herself and says she didn't say she loved him, but we saw the clips. We saw the clips. So now we have Rhonda and Pat. They host like a get together for everybody, you know, for their 1 month anniversary. So we have Josh, Jalen, Chad, Belinda. They basically talk about how the Vexif said they love each other. Then we have Will, who basically says, I definitely haven't said I loved her. He said it so much. He said it so confidently with so much sass. Everybody was laughing. Like, it was very unnecessary. And he basically continues on with what we don't want to hear. Like, he likes saying things like people don't want to hear to make people uncomfortable. He's like, I feel like saying I love you, like, it's kind of like a manipulation, can be used as a manipulation tactic. You know, people say it, you just anyhow, but don't really mean it. But, you know, in terms of like For example, let's talk about her having cancer, her body's like almost falling off. She cusses at me, but she said I love her. Even Megan was like, that's a very real answer. That's a very real response. Like, they know how this man is a weirdo. This man is a weird man. So they're not really shocked. And Megan was like, this is what I deal with every day. Every day is a different day. Straight facts. And Derek basically says that, as for me, historically, saying I love someone, it takes time. It takes time. And Megan was like, I'm the same. I haven't said I loved him yet. And Jalen was like, so you're in the same spot? Megan was like, yeah. So Rhonda hosts like a music festival in her front yard. It's basically like a thing that she does. She likes to host music festivals. And she talks to Pat about, how she has so much passion for this. She loves music. This is her happy place. And she asked him, like, with everything that you know now, like, describe me. Tell me about myself. And he basically says, I love this for you. Love how you're talking to the people. Love how you're hosting. You're an artist. All these things. She loves to talk about herself. Like, it's all about Rhonda every fucking day. Played like this music. And she's like, this music, has got me through so much. Has got me through toxic relationships, got me through finding myself. And she was tearing up. He kind of rubs her back. The kiss. Like, she was being emotional. And she goes to talk about, how much she loves water. And he chips in and says, he loves the mountains. Like, mountains are his own happy place. And Rhonda's body language changed completely. Like, she was like, I'm talking about myself here. Like, don't talk. Like, every day we see this. Like, this man cannot talk. Like, every day, every time they have a conversation, it's all about Rhonda. Like, I've never seen Pat being able to express himself. And you can tell. Like, I've never seen Pat being able to express himself. Every time he expresses himself, she shuts down. Like, she just doesn't like this man. This man is a therapist. She likes just saying everything, and he just quiet and keep shut. She's giving like she's looking for a therapist, And yeah. And in the confessional, she's like, she makes it all about herself. She's like, I'm tearing up, and he doesn't acknowledge that. And rather he talks about himself. They're back where they were a month ago. And I'm like, the tear up you're tearing up is a nostalgic memory kind of tear up. It's not like something happened to you, something so bad happened to you. At the moment, you're talking about something that happened before, and now you're in a good place. So it's like not something like you need to do much about. Like, it literally tapped you on the back, you kissed them. Like, you were talking about water, and he talked about it like mountains. Like, come on now. Like, I did not see her tearing up talking about water. But anyways, now we have Josh and Jalen. They gave us a little bit of acting there. Something happened outside, and producers told them to come in, and they started acting it for us because that's what it looked like. So anyways, based on what I gathered, is both Jalen and Josh, they went to meet Josh's friends, and they talk about how he's moved on really quick with his relationship, same way he moved on with the previous relationship, which is his ex. The old ex I was following, that he still follows. Anyways, and he was like, that's what happened. Like, it's not like they're saying that both you and my ex have similarities. And Josh was just like, all this conversation escalated to my friend asking you. All this conversation escalated to my friend talking about following exes on social media. And Jalen, in that conversation, Jalen found out that Josh still follows his ex. And more tea is that his ex still messaged him after they got married. Well, it kind of makes sense because we only just found out like still follows his ex like a day ago. So it seems like it looks like they've been having conversations. And the fact that he said we're going to unfollow her and he didn't is making Jalen to question like what's going on. Like, Sarah, this man's lying to me. Why is he talking to his ex? Like, what's going on? I feel like the friends, they knew exactly what they were doing. The fact that was like, even my friends don't know I'm following my ex, like the lies. They know why they brought it up. They know what bringing your ex up was very unnecessary, but it exposed you. It exposed you for who you really are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe to your girl. See ya. Bye.